Over the last few years, the terms old money, stealth wealth, and quiet luxury have been inescapable in menswear. For the uninitiated, they refer to the type of clothes favored by those who come from generational wealth. Garments that put quality, craftsmanship, and subtlety above flexing logos. Think of it as a sartorial embodiment of the phrase money talks, but wealth whispers. Obviously, there are some not so subtle classist overtones here, but to ignore that this is an aesthetic a growing number of people from all backgrounds are seeking to emulate would be to bury our heads in the sand. So, instead, let's take a closer look at the term, the clothes, and the brands that do it best. Below, you'll find a hand picked selection of labels we feel embody the old money aesthetic. Some are historic high fashion houses, some are preppy mid range labels, and others are centuries old sartorial institutions. What connects them all is their links to the upper social classes and their knack for making classic, understated pieces. What is the old money aesthetic? People tend to interpret the old money look in different ways. Some think of loosely tailored Southern European Riviera chic, while others invoke images of British royals cavorting around country estates in Harris tweed, Barber jackets, and Derby boots. In the States, the term is tied closely to classic Ivy League style and preppy East Coast labels like Ralph Lauren and Brooks Brothers. All of these interpretations are correct as far as we're concerned. What really matters are the elements that underpin and unite them. Think classic shapes, clean lines, a reserved approach to branding, minimalism over maximalism, neutral colors, quality fabrics and construction, and versatility. Key old money brands for men. Ralph Lauren, East Coast mainstay. Ralph Lauren is the godfather of American prep. The New York brand has had an immeasurable impact on men's fashion. Some of the biggest labels in contemporary menswear owe their entire identity to the Polo line's signature mix of Americana, collegiate, cool, and sportswear. It's about as close as you'll get to an old money basics brand, making it a great place to pick up staple pieces like polo, sweats, knitwear, and t-shirts. Barber. When it comes to old money outerwear, Barber is one of the biggest names in the game. The British brand has long been one of the royal family's go-tos for waxed cotton coats and jackets, with a reputation for quality and a rich history stretching back well over a century. Loro Piana. When people talk about quiet luxury, old money, or stealth wealth, Loro Piana is often one of the key labels they cite. The Italian brand makes some beautifully crafted and understated pieces, often using cashmere, and it has become infamous for exorbitant price tags. Combining fine fabrics, true premium quality, and subtlety, Loro Piana has become a firm favorite among the world's richest people. In short, this is where tech billionaires get their t-shirts from. Burberry, a stalwart of sartorial elegance, boasts a heritage steeped in British tradition. Founded in 1856, it's renowned for its iconic trench coats and signature check pattern. A longtime royal warrant holder, it makes everything from casual wear to impeccably tailored suits, setting the standard for refinement and quality in British fashion. Simply put, a Burberry piece is more than just a garment. It's a symbol of status and good taste, making it an obvious choice for the old money aesthetic. Turnbull and Asser, situated in London's shirt-making capital of Jermyn Street, Turnbull and Asser has long been the discerning gent's go-to maker for everything related to shirts and ties. The label's list of past and present customers reads like a who's who of popular culture and politics, with everyone from James Bond to Winston Churchill having worn its wares. Dior has been a cornerstone of Parisian fashion since its establishment in 1946. The brand is celebrated for its meticulous craftsmanship and refined aesthetic, offering impeccably tailored suits and elegant casual wear, focusing on understated luxury. Prices are high, but that comes with the territory when dealing with old money brands. That said, there are vintage and secondhand bargains to be had if you're not afraid of a spot of digging. Brunello Cucinelli. Much like Loro Piana, Brunello Cucinelli is another Italian label that's equally famous for cashmere as its high prices. It's a billionaire's favorite, offering up understated yet upscale casual pieces and soft tailoring with exquisite fits, fine fabrics, and Italian craftsmanship. Just don't be surprised when you're expected to pay $500 for a plain t shirt. Churches? Some will argue that quality has dropped off since the brand was bought by Prada some years ago. But the fact remains that Churches is one of the most prominent names on the traditional British footwear landscape. The brand's dress shoes are still made in Church's historic Northamptonshire factory using traditional techniques, and it's still a name held in high regard by the rich and famous. Brioni, established in 1945 in Rome, Brioni holds a distinguished position in luxury menswear. With a legacy of Italian craftsmanship, the brand is synonymous with impeccably tailored suits and refined elegance, renowned for its attention to detail and quality materials. From classic suits to casual wear, each garment reflects Brioni's commitment to timeless style. The brand effortlessly blends tradition and contemporary flair to create some of the best garments in the business. Hermes. With a rich history in leather, Parisian high fashion label Hermes has spent almost 200 years catering for nobility and the upper classes. It started life making high end harnesses and saddles for equine activities, but these days it's better known for its clothing, leather bags, and footwear. If you're after premium leather accessories heavy on the old money aesthetic, this is one of the best places to get them. Brooks Brothers. Founded in 1818, Brooks Brothers is quite possibly the oldest American clothing brand. It's the originator of the preppy East Coast look, with a range that includes sharp suits, polos, and its famous button-down shirts. This is classic American menswear at its finest. Gucci looked past the gaudy logo tees and baseball caps, and Gucci is still one of the most prestigious, historic, and influential fashion brands on the planet. Granted, much of its modern day output doesn't necessarily fit the old money mold, but the evergreen stuff that serves as the label's foundation, think horsebit loafers and tailoring, is still very much in keeping. Go for the classic, understated pieces over anything too modern and obnoxious, and you can't go far wrong. The Rowe former child megastars Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen have one of the most surprising menswear success stories in recent memory. Their label, The Rowe, came onto the scene in 2006 with a small women's wear collection that has since expanded to an entire range of high-end garments, including menswear. The aesthetic is elegant but understated, with a strong emphasis on quality. However, expect to pay some rather lofty prices if you want to own a piece or two. Crockett and Jones. This 150-year-old British shoemaker is one of the big Northamptonshire brands, renowned for creating traditional dress shoes. It uses only the best natural materials from the most reputable tanneries in Europe, then cuts and stitches them into shoes and boots that are quite literally fit for a king, hence the long-standing royal warrant. J. Crew. For wardrobe basics heavy on the American old money aesthetic, J. Crew is one of the best brands to shop. The label offers a wide range of preppy staple pieces that are versatile and understated, and prices are far more affordable than most other brands that fall into the category. Expect to pay around $50 for a polo shirt, for example, compared to over $100 at Ralph Lauren or upwards of $500 at Brunello Cucinelli. Tricker's British footwear brand. Tricker's has a long history of making country boots for royals, the landed gentry, and the upper social classes in the UK. In fact, it's the country's oldest established footwear brand. Tricker's is probably most famous for its brogue boots, originally designed to let water escape while shooting in boggy fields in the English countryside, a well-documented favorite of King Charles himself. Tommy Hilfiger, founded in the 1980s, Tommy Hilfiger is all about preppy, all-American style, drawing inspiration from sports and sailing. Like Ralph Lauren, it's a great place for staple pieces such as sweats, tees, and polos. Luca Faloni. Luca Faloni is an Italian brand that knows a thing or two about knitwear's fanciest fabric. Whether it's a knitted polo, a chunky cardigan, or a fine-gauge roll neck, all of the label's pieces are crafted in Italy using traditional techniques and some of the best cashmere around. While prices are still unmistakably premium, they're much more affordable than those of some of the other big names in Italian cashmere. Zegna, founded in 1910, luxury label Zegna is known for its high-end Italian-made tailoring. In addition to beautifully made Italian suits, there's plenty of upscale casual wear, too. Pieces that ooze that laid-back yet elegant Italian style. Think linen shirts, suede driving shoes, and loafers, and outerwear that would be right at home in the Alps' most exclusive après bars.